Hey guys, Mr. Lugbauer here. I just wanted to put together a quick video for you guys on how to do maple syruping. I'm actually here in my barn at my house with the setup here, so I just want to show you guys the process of harvesting sap so that you can make it into maple syrup. It's something I enjoy doing, something I haven't gotten to do in a long time, so I figured I would show you guys while I go out. I'm going to explain the equipment and then we're going to go out and try it. So one of the pieces of equipment, I've got a couple of buckets here. These are just to collect the sap and they're exactly how they look. We've also got covers that just keeps any excess rain and snow out of there. And finally, we have this. We have the little spigot that goes into the tree, right? You basically tap it in, and if that's going into the tree like that, this hangs off the side of the tree. You put the bucket right on there. The sap drips out of this spigot into the bucket. That little hole in the back there allows the sap from the tree to flow up and out of there. So that's how that works. Let's go install this and check it out. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about here is the equipment we need to install. We're going to use this mallet to help set the tap. It's called a maple syrup tap. So we're going to set that into the tree. We're also going to need this cordless drill, and a little piece of tape there is going to help us figure out exactly how far in we need to set it. And because we're doing this in the dark, we're going to need this light here. And this doesn't have to be done in the dark, but this happens to be the time of day I can do this, so we're going to use it. And the trees don't seem to care whether it's day or night, so we're going to get started. Okay, now I know this is going to look a little funny because it's pitch black out here, but we got the light. It's doing its job right here. I got a little headlamp on, and I'm going to show you a little bit about the tree we're going to tap. So this here is a rock maple. It's kind of hard to get a size of the scale of this tree from here, but this is about, give or take, 3 feet across. It is a pretty big maple tree. Goes way the heck up. Happen to have this in my backyard, so this is the perfect thing to tap a maple tree with in here. You could put 3 or 4 taps in here, but I'm only going to put in 2. Really try not to overstress the tree. And then way back there in the dark, I've got, oh yeah, I can actually see right there. I'm going to tap this other one, and we'll get them installed. All right, so you want to set this at a comfortable height. You're just going to pick a good spot. This is, you know, probably 3.5, maybe 4 feet off the ground, which is perfect height for me to be able to lift this off comfortably. So I'm just going to drill this. Right about there. And actually, look at that. You can see the sap flowing right out of it, and that's that's pretty cool. I've never actually had that happen, so we'll get the tap in. Okay, I'm pretty happy about how that went, so we got to make sure a couple things. We got to make sure this hole pivots on the bottom. Just set that right in there, and then we're just going to take our mallet and tap it in there. Now, you might wonder if this harms the tree. It really doesn't. It is just the same as if a branch were to have snapped off of it, and it would let out the sap anyway. And as you can see, it's got plenty of branches to choose from. So anyway, we're going to install the bucket, and then I will show you what the final setup looks like. Okay, so we're going to take the bucket, which has a little hole pre-drilled on it, like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little lid here, and we're just going to set that right over the top like that. That's literally just going to keep the snow and ice out, because that would create more work for us by diluting it with more water than we really need. So we're going to let that hang out there, and it's going to fill up with some sap. All right, I'm going to install the next ones. And once again, we got a nice flow. All right. There we go. I'll set this one in here. God, really don't like doing this at nighttime. I'm not sure if you guys can hear, but in the background there's a couple of foxes yelling somewhere in the woods. They sound horrible. Very, very creepy out in the woods at night. But, you know, you gotta do this stuff when you can. Wow. All right, I'm hoping for good things here. Yeah, very dark out here. So we'll try and get this done pretty quick. Okay, so this is my next one here. This is a little bit further into the woods, brought my light a little bit closer here. So it's nice and easily accessible along the stone wall. Let's get it tapped. All right, this looks like a good spot right here. Now you want to do this at a little bit of an angle. Again, there we go. Whoops, focus, Mr. L. Get a nice flow of sap going down there. Sorry about the poor video quality here, but you know, this is a little hard to do with one hand. All right. Now it's nice because this really only takes a few minutes to set up. This is probably 10 minutes worth of setup time and then 10 minutes of actual install time. What's gonna really take a long time is the boiling out of this stuff, which I will show you guys in a later video. Okay guys, and that's it. That's all you have to do. So those buckets are nicely set in the tree, hanging off of it at a nice comfortable height, so I can just come over, empty it out, and sometime tomorrow, maybe in the afternoon, and hopefully I'll be able to put together another video of me boiling it down. But for now, let's get cleaned up and tell you guys a little bit about the rest of it, and we'll call it there. Okay, back in the barn here. It's kind of chilly out this evening. So we had a pretty successful install there. We were able to get all the trees tapped that I wanted to. I've only got 4 buckets, and out of all that work, for about 10 gallons of sap that I collect, I might get a single quart of maple syrup out of it when all is said and done. But anyway, I'll show you guys on another day how that all works. But the thing of it is, you really have to do this when it is in a the right range of temperatures. So the above day temperatures have to be above 32 degrees, so slightly above freezing. But at night it has to be below freezing just a little bit. So you only have a couple of weeks of a window where you really can do this, and the sap is both a good quality and flowing the right way to be able to make it worthwhile. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I will send you guys another video when I'm able to show you more. Thank you.